everybody, welcome. We are here today at the Port Orleans Riverside Hotel here at Walt Disney World in Florida. This is one of the greatest hotels that has ever been, and it's also humongous. I cannot wait to show you all around. Today we're going to go through the whole hotel, and we're going to show you the royal rooms that are available. We've actually booked a royal room, and we're going to be hanging out in there, so we're going to give you a full tour of the room and the location of the room and the price, which you might be surprised about. So come along with us. It's going to be a lot of fun, and check out why we say that this is probably one of the best hotels at Disney. All right, first things first, this resort is absolutely humongous. It's huge. If you do not like to walk, this is not going to be a popular resort for you. We're just going to start out by saying that right out of the gate, because at this place, it doesn't matter where your room is, it doesn't matter where you park, it does not matter. You are going to have to walk a little bit. It is not going to be some small, compact indoor hotel. A lot of this stuff is outdoor. You'll be walking out in the sun, out in the evening hours. If you like that, you're going to be loving this resort. If you don't, this probably isn't the resort for you. I would definitely check out something more like the Contemporary Resort, where everything is sort of compacted in one space and mostly indoors. But this place, you're gonna have to walk a little bit, but I actually don't mind that. I actually love that because it gets me out in the open air. I get to enjoy it. It just has this amazing smell. It's just a fantastic thing.
I love this hotel. I love the whole vibe. It's just really slow and easy and quiet. There's never really a lot of noise, except for maybe at the Old Man Isle pool. It's a little noisy there, but everywhere else you go, you don't even really see that many people, which is nice, and it's just a really calm environment and beautiful.
All right, Port Orleans is one of the biggest and best hotels on property here at Disney World. It is amazing. They have no less than 6 swimming pools at this property, and you can easily walk down to French Quarter and hang out there and grab some beignets if you want to. It is such an awesome place. It just has so many different amenities going for it. First of all, it is a moderate resort, so the pricing isn't going to be too bad. Second of all, it has river access. You can't go swimming in that river, trust me. You don't want to be in that water. But the river access takes you down to French Quarter if you'd like, or it also takes you down to Disney Springs. So if you're a fan of Disney Springs and shopping, it's an easy boat ride right on down to Disney Springs, and you can hang out there, grab some dinner, do some shopping. It's actually a great location. They do have bus service that also runs between all the different parks. You can hop on a bus and get to any of the different parks and Disney Spring as well. You don't have to take the boat. They have other options. Now, let's talk about the style of the hotel. This hotel is basically based on the sort of old southern plantations and New Orleans style areas of the country. It actually has both. It has both the southern plantation styles. It used to be called Dixie Landings way back in the day, and they rebranded it Port Orleans and split the two hotels into Riverside and French Quarter. This is the Riverside. French Quarter is right next to this, and you do have guest privileges at French Quarter if you stay here, so you can actually swim at that pool if you need to, and vice versa. So this one has 6 pools. The other one over there has 1 pool, but it is actually a really cool pool with a really cool slide. Now again, as I mentioned, this is the plantation / New Orleans Bourbon Street side. It actually has both of the decor. Right across the river there, you've got the plantation style hotel spaces and rooms, and then over to the left of me over here, they have sort of a more like the Bourbon Street downtown New Orleans style hotels. The rooms are all pretty much the same unless you get special rooms like the Royal Room, which we got today, which we're going to show you. Now there is so much to do here at Port Orleans. You can even see they have carriage rides, horse-drawn carriage rides. You can rent boats here. You can rent surreys, which are sort of like four-wheel bicycle things where you sit, where you pedal, but it's kind of like a cart. I'll show it over here in just a second. You've also got boat access. This boat will take you different places. You've got bridges that go across. That's actually Old Man Island over there where the main pool is at. It has lots of things like a slide, buckets and things like that of water. It's really cool. And this is the main house here, the main area where Boatwright's Dining Hall is, which is fantastic. We've actually done several reviews of that restaurant. I will link to them below. Check them out. It's one of the best restaurants on property. This is the main lobby area over here, and there is an arcade right down there. Here are the Surrey bikes. If you're not familiar with what they are, you can rent these. They are 4 or 6 person. These are the 4-person bikes. These are the 6-person bikes right here. And then they have regular bicycles you can also rent. And here are the prices for the bike rentals and the marina rentals. Actually have fireworks cruise, includes the driver. And they've got a guided bass fishing excursion as well. Cane pole fishing and the bikes. One of my favorite things about this hotel, good job. One of my favorite things about this hotel is the fact that even when it's completely packed to capacity and there's no available rooms, it still feels like there's nobody here because it's so spread out. This resort is absolutely huge. Let's take a quick look at the arcade. It is operating from 8 to 10. Sometimes those hours actually do go later to about 11 o'clock. I've been in here at 11 o'clock and it's still going strong. It's a pretty good arcade area. It's not tiny. It has a decent amount of games. Everything from air hockey to, I saw a Guitar Hero right there, over to some of this cool like Marvel interactive picture taking and things. So it's got a lot of stuff, skee ball, basketball, things like that. Roller coaster, simulators. They even have a giant Pac-Man Space Invaders games right here. Little arcade games, so pretty neat. Let's go over here and take a look at the cafeteria area. Cafeteria sounds like such a horrible word for this place, but I don't know what else to call it. I mean, it's pretty much the food court, the food area. Again, they have Boatwrights, which is amazing, but this is the Riverside Mill food and drink area. It's actually very large. It's one of the best cafeteria areas in any of the hotels on property. Some of the really nice resorts here that you would consider to be deluxe actually have really bad cafeteria areas compared to this. So let's just head on in here and check it out. You can see how big this place is. I love the decor of it too. It's all this wooden beams and things. It feels very much perfectly on brand for Port Orleans Riverside. Very southern, very country. I love it. They have a bakery specifically for lots of different treats. They've got the grill, they've got pizza and pasta, salads and sandwiches. They do have grab and go. It's really empty here right now because we're between meals. But here is the bakery area on the other side of this pole that you just got to see. They actually have these amazing apple, I don't know what you call them, turnovers, apple something dessert. And it comes with ice cream. You can do it a la mode with vanilla ice cream. This is all hand scooped ice cream here. And I am telling you, that apple thing back there doesn't look great. It is so good. You throw some vanilla ice cream on there, and I'm telling you, it's heavenly. They also have a brownie sundae here. They've got cupcakes, all sorts of things available at the bakery. And the bakery is usually open all the way till about 11 o'clock, I'd say. Sometimes midnight, depending, but it stays open pretty late, even when a lot of the grill stuff is shut down. This is the grill area over here. They do have the refillable mugs, just like all the other hotels. 100th anniversary mugs right now, and some of the other colors. They have this grab and go section right here where you can just grab drinks and some snacks. They have a pasta and pizza area. Unfortunately, they got rid of the create your own pasta, which was one of my favorite things at this resort, but it's gone now. They also have this sort of like chicken sandwiches, different things right here that they have, like impossible meatloaf, gumbo. They also used to have a create your own salad area right here that they also got rid of, which again is very disappointing because it was so good. More of the cafeteria area, the seating area. They do have all the drinks available, unlimited refill drinks if you get the cups, plenty of ice. They also have hot chocolate, hot coffee, tea, all that included if you get the mug. They have a kids area over here with some televisions that you can kind of watch TV if you want and hang out. And when you are eating here during the prime time of a lunch or a dinner service, they will actually come through here and do a song down at the Riverside. And all the people that work here will come out. They'll wave kind of like handkerchiefs around. You'll sing with them. It's actually a lot of fun, which I don't feel like they do at a lot of the other resorts in these sort of settings. You don't get any of that. So I think it's really cool that they do that. Now we're coming up on Boatwright's Dining Hall, which is actually just an awesome restaurant. You're going to want to try that. It's a really good place to eat. Okay, now this area right here is one of the best and probably most well-known areas of Port Orleans. It is a bar, yes, but it's also none other than Piano Bob's playground, where he comes out every single night and does a show. If you don't know who Piano Bob is, look him up. He's awesome. That whole piano moves around. He's got this place rocking and rolling and toe tapping and stomping every single night. It's a fun blast. Another thing that they have here, which I think is really good compared to some of the other hotels, is the general store. It's actually a really big gift shop. One of the biggest gift shops, again, on property. But again, this place is humongous, so everything is sort of like oversized. The cafeteria area is oversized. Even the store is oversized. So not only does it have awesome snacks and treats and things, and also lots of merchandise available, even some exclusive merchandise to Riverside. It also has a place where you can actually get some food as well. So because lots of families stay here, they need some like bags of Doritos, and they want donuts and drinks and things like that. Maybe even some bread and some peanut butter and jelly to make sandwiches with. They've got all that in this store too. So it's actually really good. You can save some money that way. And the prices there really aren't too bad. You can save some money if you just grab some of those things and then maybe, eat a quick lunch back at your room or at the pool, or grab a quick breakfast, maybe a couple of donuts. And you'll save a lot of money versus like eating out at a nice restaurant or even at the cafeteria for every single meal. So I think it's actually a really good deal. This right here is Old Man Island that I talked about. It's a really nice little pool area. This is actually the main pool for the resort, but there are 5 other pools that we like to refer to as the quiet pools because they don't have music going, they don't have a lot of games. Like, they have games here, they have a slide that actually goes in to the pool there. This is kind of like the real fun hangout spot for families, but they also have 5 quiet pools that are kind of probably more for adults or for families that just want to relax and chill like us. Most of the time when we stay here, we kind of come to the fun hangout pool here at Old Man Island maybe once or twice. Most of the other times we just hang out at one of the quiet pools because A, they're really close to usually where your room is. B, there's just not a lot of happening, not a lot of noise, not a lot of splashing. You just kind of relax. It's great for laying out, relaxing, and usually we use pool for downtime. We use it to kind of take a break and relax and recharge between going to the parks in the morning and going to the parks in the evening. The pool is kind of our recharge space. So we're not really in the mood to splash around and do a bunch of games. So we tend to hang out more at the quiet pools. Right here at Old Man Isle, right off the pool, is the Muddy Rivers Bar. They have lots of specialty drinks, even some non-alcoholic beverages and things that you can get here right poolside. Just kind of walk up and grab something to go and hang out at the pool with it. I don't think that they have any like real bites to eat here. I think it's mostly just drinks, although I do see the Mickey pretzel right there with the cheese, so that is definitely an option. Now on the other side of Old Man Isle here in the middle is a playground for kids, but that's not really what I want to show you. I want to show you the campfire on the bayou. I mentioned this the other day at the Beach Club Resort. They have a campfire here held every night 6 to 7, weather permitting, where you can kind of just hang out at the campfire, but also the most important thing for me is you can roast marshmallows there, and they will have marshmallows and sticks available for free where you can actually do roasted marshmallows, toasting them over the open fire. You can bring your own s'mores stuff if you want, graham crackers and chocolate, make s'mores out of them, but you do get the marshmallows for free, so I just love that that's one of the things they do. They also do the movie Under the Stars here, like they do at a lot of different resorts. Usually over there in the plantation areas, the Magnolia house is over there on the other side of the river. Between some of those buildings, there's a lot of big open grass space. That's where they'll actually have those movies Under the Stars. So this is the room location. It's actually a perfect location. It's right across the bridge here that takes you over to the main house there with all the restaurants and food. It's got a river view. It's really pretty. You also have the pool over here right on the corner. It's a corner unit. You got the pool right here, stairway access. Don't have to go a long way for steps. Don't have to go a long way for the pool. Like I said, everything. Look, there's a horse-drawn carriage going through right there. I feel like this is an absolutely fantastic location. This is the second floor unit, which I think is actually better than the first floor because there's a lot of foliage. I don't think you would get as good of a view from the first floor. I want to go on that carriage. That looks fun. So let's take a look at the inside of the room now. Again, this is room 9729, and it is a royal room. So it's going to have all the royal room decorations. Let's take a look at it. Look at the curtains. It's got the Beauty and the Beast type vibe curtains. Princess room, I love it. And here it is. This is the 2 double beds version. Got this like royal table right here. It's got this built into it. This sort of like little, what would you call this? A memo? A note? And it's from Tiana, Princess Tiana. I just love this royal room. Look at the floor. When they first made these, I thought I remembered this being carpet, and it's been upgraded, I believe, to this like wood paneling stuff. It feels very princess and very royal. And then it's got this awesome Princess Tiana. This is my favorite thing about this room, is that it's all Princess Tiana themed. I love it. This is sort of like a 3D almost, like, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like not coming out very well in the camera. It's cool. Let's take a look at the beds. So you have this, oh look, it says Noble and Ellis party right there, welcoming us in. You've got this. This actually used to be, they used to use this for a trundle bed way back in the day, this sort of like cabinet unit. There used to be a trundle bed that would fold down. You could actually sleep on it. But they don't have that in this room anymore. And then the backsplash, is that what it's called? What's it, the headboard? I don't know why I said backsplash. That's a kitchen thing. Is this cool like scenes from like the Bayou, Princess Tiana. You've got the T up there, up above. You can kind of see for Tiana. And then you've got all the princesses on the wall. I think pretty much most of the princesses, not all of them, but you got a lot of them there. And then you have this cool little, look at this, like the royal, like curtains heading into the bathroom area. You have this little footstool area. This is usually where we put all of our luggage, and this thing ends up being like a giant heap by the end of the trip of a bunch of stuff. What's this? You got a little prince banner here. Magic mirror. We've got space here to hang stuff. You've got your safe access right there. Ironing board. You have a double sink here. Again, kind of nice. I like it. Double mirrors here for 2 people to get ready in the mornings, which is really cool. Then you've got the main bathroom, which the bathroom isn't very big here, but they aren't really big anywhere in any of the Disney resorts. But it gets the job done. It's got the toilet. It's got the kind of like regal shower curtain. Little tub here. It does have like a nice seat here you can sit with the tub, like most of the units. It does include shower stuff for you. A couple places you can put stuff. So, you know, not the most amazing bathroom in the world, but it's pretty standard for Disney bathrooms. But look how cute this room is. I love it. Even the light fixtures are cool. But overall, it's a pretty good size. I mean, it's plenty of space for 4 to 5 people. I know that Port Orleans sleeps about 4 people normally, but I do know some of the rooms do have beds that come out, or trundle beds, so you can actually sleep 5 without having to get a suite or a different room. We have the cute little Mickey here of towels. I love when they do this. Usually every day the service comes in. If you keep the service or you get the service, there will be a different thing on your bed every time. Sometimes it'll be an animal, sometimes it's a Mickey head like this. It's cute. Now this room does have a coffee maker that allows you, and they have coffee. They even have, actually I want coffee now. They've got creamer, they've got Twinings tea, and the Joffrey's coffee, of course. So that's great. They also have ice machines, which is surprising. A lot of resorts don't have ice machines anymore, and they don't even have a place where you can get drinks. So thank you, Disney, for keeping this. Please don't ever get rid of this. But there's plenty of space in these drawers, and it comes with a built-in fridge. So all these rooms have a mini fridge where you can store drinks, food, etc. It does stay nice and cold in there. There's plenty of room for drinks and for snacks. It keeps it nice and cold. It's not going to keep frozen things cold or frozen, but it will keep things cold. So pops, lunch meats, things like that. And I will tell you one thing. This air conditioner right here seems like it isn't going to do much. It is making it nice and cold in here. This thing is on full blast and it is freezing and it's hot outside. So if you're worried about being hot in your hotel room, don't be. This thing will keep you cool. And they've also added this really cool Disney magical companion device to these rooms. I don't know if they're in every single Disney room or not, but they're definitely here in the royal rooms. But it's really cool. It does all kind of neat stuff. It's kind of like an Alexa where you talk to it and you ask it to do stuff. Let's try doing something right now.
Hey Disney. Coco.
Perfect choice. Coco, clearly you have excellent taste. Let's go. And if you need to close the soundscape, just say, "Hey Disney, stop."
The Disney companion thing is really cool. There's actually a little like brochure or instruction book here that sits on the end table that tells you all the things you can do with it. You can say, hey Disney, what's the weather? Hey Disney, good morning. Hey Disney, tell me a joke. Play trivia. Say goodnight, set an alarm, read me a bedtime story, play me a soundscape like what we just did, play us some Coco. They played it. How cute is this? Let's go on adventure. I don't know what going on an adventure means. But there's lots of little cool things here, and it's all voice activated. I think it's really neat. They didn't have that way back in the day when we used to stay here a lot, so I think it's a cool new addition. Yeah, kind of neat. I mean, this is such a great hotel room. Again, it's $97.29. This is a great location if you're looking for a good room that's actually pretty close to the restaurants. It's not the closest to the restaurants. Some of the ones that look like they're more like Bourbon Street, French Quarter buildings over there right next to the restaurant and the cafeteria area, those are probably the closest. But this is probably the closest I would stay to the main house area and to Old Man Isle, where the island where the pool and stuff are, just like sort of all located. And there's a parking lot right here and a bus stop. It's actually a really good location. I'm surprised how great this is. And the room rate was $380 for one night. Now, we did end up getting it much cheaper. We got it for $280 a night using our Disney Visa card that we have. So the Disney Visa card came in big handy because it got this room for $100 off. We also have Disney annual passes, but the annual pass rate would have been $320. So that would have saved us $60. We ended up saving $100 instead with the Disney Visa. So you're going to want to check if you have both the Disney Visa and the annual pass. Check each one, see which one's better for you. It might be different. I'm not sure if it's different throughout the year, but right now the Disney Visa one was $100 cheaper. So that was kind of a steal, $280 for this great room, great location. The royal rooms are extra. Because they are a little bit nicer than the standard rooms, and typically they're located in pretty good spots. This was a river view, so it's actually overlooking the river, which also is an increased cost. So there are rooms that are less expensive, but again, with the Disney Visa discount, $280 is really cheap for a hotel room on property. You still get all the benefits. Now, it's not considered a deluxe resort. It's a moderate resort. Oh, there goes the horse again. See, actually, there's two. There's one way back there, the white one, and there's the darker one there. So there's two happening right there. This is considered a moderate resort, so you don't get access to the after hours, the deluxe resort hours. Now, I will say that is really, it's a decent benefit, but it's not a deal breaker. It's usually only a couple of times during your stay, maybe once during your stay. The park will be, like Magic Kingdom, will be open for additional 2 or 3 hours in the evening. All of the hotels actually give you extended hours in the morning for a half an hour at all the parks. So again, another benefit to staying on property. And the moderate resort, it's great room size. I'll throw up again, I have a map that I've created that shows you the sizes of the rooms and the differences between the moderate and the deluxe and the value resorts. And when it comes to like the standard rooms, like even though we have a royal room, it's sort of the standard layout of a room, it's not a suite. They are all pretty much the same size rooms. Even the contemporary hotels, Grand Floridian, if it's not a suite or significant, like a villa, you're gonna get sort of a standard room size. So I feel like moderate resorts are probably best bang for the buck regarding what you get for staying at the hotel and for the price. Value resorts are amazing too. We stay at those all the time. And deluxe resorts are really just going to be They're not going to be the greatest value for what you get, but they are more luxurious. And if you've got extra money, why not spend it? For example, the ones on the monorail loop, you get access to the monorail, direct access to Magic Kingdom. It's super easy. But again, this resort has tons of stuff going for it too. So there you have it. That's our review of Port Orleans Riverside. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Learned a little bit about the hotel, the property, and the rooms. The Royal Room is just, I think it's just such a great room. And that location we got is phenomenal. Absolutely love it. And it's just a great property. I love the fact that it's so spread out. There's so many people here, but you don't even see anybody. So I think we're going to take off. We're actually going to hop on the boat and head to Disney Springs now and get some dinner. But again, hope you've enjoyed this episode. Be sure to check out all of our other content and videos. Until we see you next time, the Noble Way.
It's the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.